Hello, everyone watching. If you're, well, breaking the habit of a lifetime and being early for a change. So let's see what happens, shall we? And thank you, Boothie. Great start. First one in from Dave Booth. And, of course, little Isaac there as well. Expect you'll get a preview of the pooch in a minute, mate. Boothie, I know you're watching. Can you hear everything in the background all right, mate? Just give me a thumbs up if you can, or a WhatsApp or something. Right, I need to put WhatsApp on silent, really, don't I? Excuse me.
All of them.
Get a little bit also act as a bit of a. Just thought I'd get some pre-quiz refreshment. Happy days. Okay, 3 people watching, but we are a wee bit early. Well, I'm one stove of pressed down, mate. I've got a couple of dark fruits and a Stowford, mate. Just prepping for a post-roast Sunday, really, aren't I? Sorry, I realised I said mate. Booty, the problem with Buffalo right now, mate, is that no one said the Buffalo rules are in play. So I'm going to put that down as a false call, mate. I'm going to put that down as a false call. Go on then, Booty. Down one then. Down one. I'm even going hardcore with draws tonight. So anyone from Mighty Rugby Club going to be watching later? Cheers to the Glass Cups, guys. So I've got 5 so far. Loads of time as well. If anybody's wondering, Denzel the dog is down by my right-hand side, absolutely sparko. Yes, Taff. Yes, Taff. Just a pre-game drinking for Sunday, mate. WhatsApp's coming in. Christine, how lovely to have you with us again. How lovely. Oh dear. Cool, up to 7. Marathon, not a sprint. Good drills. The pound that on the pint down in Boothie. Is your Boothie? Is your good lady joining us tonight as well? Denzel. Nothing. Excuse me. Sod off. Of course, you can, Winks, mate. I will do it when we start the quiz in a little bit. Surely you can help with giving Isaac a little bit, mate. Tony and Sue Thomas. Don't worry, Tony. If I fall out my chair today, mate, there's going to be someone here that knows I've fallen out and just won't drive past waving at me, so we'll be all right. Cool. Still 10 minutes. Cool, up to 8. Oh, thanks very much, Joe. This is the Ye Old Dog and Spot Beer Garden, complete with chimney courtesy of Mark O'Brien. It's all right, yeah. Getting some requests over shout outs, but I'll do all those once the quiz is underway. Thanks, Sarah. The jogs are all mine. Great tune in the background. Cooler Shaker, Hush. I've had to put make a playlist up for Sunday's Marathon Row. Ex-international athlete, prepping well here. Cool. Up, send people once you get on, guys. If you just want to give me drop me a WhatsApp, or even better, pop up on the live chat. Hope everyone is fit and healthy and keeping well. Looking forward to seeing everybody in the flesh very soon as well. For those you can gather, I'm in my lovely little back garden, and behind that wall is a pub, great little pub. Unfortunately, it's shut at the moment for obvious reasons, but when you'll get over here, looking forward to going for a few swift halves in there. Saving the dark fruits for last. There is a music round again today, ladies and gents, but there's only definitely 10 songs this time. Cool. Still loads of time. We're probably going to get underway in about 10 minutes or so. So pretty much after I finish these. And we up to still 11. Goal number I'm looking to start with is just over 20 if we can. But still loads of time. Excuse me. Excuse me, hay fever kicking off a little bit now. Very much so, Winks. Very much so, hay fever there. Not what you just put. Not what you just text me. Evening cookie. Excuse me. Well, hey, up to 13 already. Big numbers, big numbers. Evening, Chris. Good to see you, mate. Cool. Denzel, is that you? Cool. Evening, everyone. Time is now 2000 local, of course. We're just going to wait for 5 minutes until we get everybody here. Hello to everybody that I've already spoke to already. So the way tonight's quiz is going to work: 3 rounds as normal. And like last week, there is a music round, but I'm going to make sure there is very much definitely only 10 songs this week, so we won't delay you any further. We've currently got like 14 people online. A few little people have messaged me on WhatsApp as well, so we're going to give it 5 minutes more before we start, and yeah, it's going to be another fun evening. As you can see, it's a different location today. I'm in the garden of E.L. Doggin Spot. Yeah, nice evening. Denzel the dog, before anybody asks, is down here on the right, fast asleep. No doubt he will make an appearance at some point like he did last week as well. So, like I said, we're going to start in about 5 minutes' time. So, for the time being, just chill out, go get yourself another drink. I'm going to. Message from Jen. She can't comment or log in for some reason, but she is with us. So, evening, Jen. Okay, nearly up to that. Well, we're up to 15 logged in online. Like I said, we're going to start 5 past the hour, so what, 2-3 minutes time. So plenty of time to get yourself another drink and just relax and chill out. Hi, evening, John. I'm pretty sure this is going to get me through halfway through, and then we'll have to get more drinks may appear, but through the miracle of YouTube, who knows? Evening, Si. First shout out of the quiz. I want to say goodbye to Winks' mum, Christine. How lovely to see you again. Can't wait to see you soon. And yeah, let's get it on. Yeah, see what happens. Okay, we're going to start in 1 minute. Happy days. Right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another instalment of the HORUS 7 Sports Quiz, raising money, of course, for Tough Enough to Care. I will apologise that you've got me again. But as you can see, we're in a slightly different venue. We've come to the beer garden of Ye Old Dog and Spot. It is the place to hang out in Stigginson in the Vale of Glamorgan. I'm sure you'll all agree. So, first of all, I've got a list of shout outs again. Harvey Winkler, I know you're watching, mate. Look forward to seeing you soon. I've got my family, including my niece Charlotte, back down in Penryn to say hello. So if anybody else wants to shout out, please drop me a message or do anything like that. And as I said earlier on, Tony Thomas, lovely to see you again. I'll try not to fall out my chair for you this time. And we're all good. So I'm sure you're all aware why we're doing the quiz, but for anybody that knows, just a quick recap. So Horus Sevens, we're a big family. We've raised close to £40,000 for various charities, and we're a mix of military, civilian, and mix of military and civilian players. But of course, we get all our families involved, so wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, all the kids come along as well. And of course, the purpose of this quiz, it's first of all, through the current hard times living in, is to keep up morale of both rugby and of the wider community, and raise funds for very important mental health charity, Tough Enough to Care, who do a fantastic work tackling the stigma that's associated with mental health. Last week, as I'm sure you all know, was Mental Health Awareness Week, and then I'm carrying on from then. They've seen a massive upsurge in people contacting them, and their concentration is basically the concentration of the charity at the moment is to help them out and just to be kind to people, really, which I think is a fantastic thing to do. I'm sure you can all agree, Tough Enough to Care is an amazing cause, and there's a link in the YouTube description there to a Just Giving page. So if anybody would like to donate, please do so. They do fantastic work. At the minute, we're close to £1,000. So Taff told me earlier on. And the other nice thing about that link is it's also going to include a Horus challenge this weekend, which I will come on to more a little bit later on. Reese and Harry Thomas. Can't wait to see you, boys. Miss you. I hope you've been sent a postcard this week, so hopefully that's come to you. Hugh Thomas from Ponadinlice Rugby Club, very good to see you. And BFPS Joe's other half, Sausage Dave. Very nice to have you here as well, mate. If you want to explain to everybody why you're known as Sausage Dave, that would be delightful. So, as I mentioned earlier on, we're going to be 3 rounds. There is a round of 10 questions of music. Unlike last week, there are only 10 songs in there. I've double checked before I started drinking, so I can guarantee they're 10 songs. So that will be the very last round. And as I can see from Phil Thomas just logging on, absolutely superb on the Just Giving link so far for Tough Enough to Care. We've currently raised £1,095. So hopefully these quizzes go on. We're going to raise more money, and also with what the Horus boys and girls are doing on the weekend, that will also help to aid what we're doing and generate more funds for what I'm sure we can all agree is a fantastic charity. But I will come on to that a little bit later on. So I'm going to start you off, as is traditional, with round one. Now, round one is all about connections, about sporting connections. So 10 questions, and right for a bonus point, if you can work out the connection between all the answers, you'll get an extra point. Could be the difference between winning and losing this week. Could be a difference. So, question number 1 of the sporting connections round: what class of fast sailing ship was the Cutty Sark? What class of fast sailing ship was the Cutty Sark? Anyone down in Cornwall, there's a great little pub in Falmouth called the Cutty Sark as well. Happy days. Question number 2, cricket fans. Which Yorkshire-born bowler took 19 wickets for England in a 1956 Test match against Australia? Which Yorkshire-born bowler took 19 wickets for England in a 1956 Test match against Australia? I'm guessing that a lot of people weren't around in 1956, with the exception, I don't know, maybe Cookie or Martin White if he's watching in Cyprus. Question number 3. The body of clerics that convenes to elect a new pope is known as a college of what? The body of clerics that convenes to elect a new pope is known as a college of what? Now, like I said at the beginning, all these answers have a sporting link right at the end. Question number 4 for all you film buffs out there. Which 1995 Michael Mann movie starred Al Pacino as Detective Vincent Hanna and Robert De Niro as a thief, Neil McCauley? Which 1995 Michael Mann movie starred Al Pacino as Detective Vincent Hanna and Robert De Niro as thief, Neil McCauley? If you haven't seen that film, please do. It's absolutely fantastic. Question number 5. Which 2001 piece of US legislation has had a name derived from its full title, Uniting and Strengthening America by Providing Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept and Obstruct Terrorism? Well, that's a bit of a mouthful, as I'm sure you can all agree, particularly when you're 3 points down. So, question number 5. Which 2001 piece of US legislation, of which I'm sure we're all experts in, has a name derived from its full title, Uniting and Strengthening America by Providing Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept and Obstruct Terrorism? Making you think this week, aren't I? Question number 6, it's back to sport, a little bit easier. At which venue was the 2010 Ryder Cup tournament held? Which venue held the 2010 Ryder Cup? Question number 7 is a question I'm sure we'll all get. Obviously, I will because I've seen the answers. What was the call sign of the vertically challenged main character in the 1986 movie Top Gun? What was the call sign of the vertically challenged main character in the 1986 movie Top Gun? Question number 8. Which 1973 Elton John hit contains the lyrics, "She's got electric boots, a mohair suit, you know I read it in a magazine"? I'm not going to sing it before anybody asks. Which 1973 Elton John hit contains the lyrics, "She's got electric boots, a mohair suit, you know I read it in a magazine"? Any Elton John fans out there? Question number 9, going all the way back to 1964. Athlete Robbie Brightwell won a relay silver medal at the 1964 Olympics, but his wife went one better and won the 800 meters gold. What was her name? So question number 9. Athlete Robbie Brightwell won a relay silver medal at the 1964 Olympics, Mexico City, I think that was. But his wife went one better and won the 800 meters gold. What was her name? And the very last question, Chris, Mrs. Brightwell, great answer. Top answer, mate. Top answer. And the last question of the round. Close to the village of Bushmills, North Antrim, if anyone doesn't know, that's Northern Ireland, stands a formation of approximately 40,000 columns, the result of an ancient volcanic eruption. What is this area better known as? So, close to the village of Bushmills, North Antrim, Northern Ireland, stands a formation of approximately 40,000 columns, the result of an ancient volcanic eruption. How is this area better known? As someone's already pointed out, they are nails, but there is a sporting connection to all these answers. So, if anybody wants me to repeat any of those questions, please let me know, either via WhatsApp or on the live chat. And remember, the bonus point for this round is what's the connection between all the answers? So what's the connection between all the answers? So if I just go through all those again. So question number 1, what class of fast sailing ship was a Cutty Sark? Question number 2, which Yorkshire-born bowler took 19 wickets for England in a 1956 Test match against Australia? Question number 3, the body of clerics that convenes to elect a new pope is known as a college of what? Question number 4, which 1995 Michael Mann movie starred Al Pacino as Detective Vincent Hanna and Robert De Niro as the thief Neil McCauley? Question 5, which I'm sure we're all experts on. Which 2001 piece of US legislation has a name derived from its full title, Uniting and Strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism? Hashtag mouthful. Question number 6, at which venue was the 2010 Ryder Cup tournament held? Question number 7, which I'm sure is one we'll all get. What was the call sign of the vertically challenged main character in the 1986 movie Top Gun? Question 8, which 1973 Elton John hit contains the lyrics, "She's got electric boots, a mohair suit, you know I read it in a magazine"? Question number 9, athlete Robbie Brightwell won a relay silver medal at the 1964 Olympics, but his wife went one better and won the 800 meters gold. What was her name? Chris, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to accept Mrs. Brightwell, but I like where you're coming from. And question number 10, close to the village of Bushmills, North Antrim in Northern Ireland, stands a formation of approximately 40,000 columns, the result of an ancient volcanic eruption. How is this area better known? And to hammer it home again, there is a sporting connection between all those answers. What is it? I've just got to repeat question 5 for that round. Not a problem. Which 2001 piece of US legislation has a name derived from its full title, Uniting and Strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism? What a little treat. Thank you for making me repeat that mouthful, Charlotte. Okay, so we're going to go straight into round 2, which, looking at my plan, is all sporting themes. So it's themes from TV sport shows. At any point you want any of them repeated, please let me know. And Phil Thomas, the connection Joe from BFBS has interviewed them all. Yes, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that. So we're going to go straight into round 2, which is the sporting themes round. Hopefully, you should be able to hear it. If you can, again, please let me know, and I will play that for you. And unlike last week, there are only 10. So the answer is the TV program or the live sport that each theme is associated with. So the first one is as follows. So that was number 1. If you can't hear anything, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure you can. So number 2 of the sporting themes is this one. Number 2. Okay, third one of the sporting theme rounds is as follows. Cool. I think we should all probably get that one nice and simple. So we're definitely keeping track of the numbers I've got. So number 4 for the sporting themes round is as follows. Not been heard on TV screens for a long time, I know, but it'll be here soon. So number 5 is as follows. In answer to your question, Cookie, sure, yeah, bucket of water, not a problem. But we're on the old side at the moment. Number 6, I'm sure you'll all get this one who watched it on a Saturday afternoon. Cool, that was number 6. Number 7 coming up at the sporting themes round. Happy day. So 3 left, provided I've done my maths correctly this week. So number 8 is as follows. Okay, number 9 is, well, like most of them, I guess, is a bit of a blast from the past. So we'll see how we're getting on with this one. And the very, very last one, a little bit more modern. So we'll see how we get on with this one. So that was, and I'm just going to double check my phone. Yep, 10 songs, all related to sporting themes. If anybody wants me to repeat any, please let me know either via the live chat function or send me a WhatsApp, and we will do that. But if I don't hear anything, I will assume that everything is hunky dory. But whilst I'm waiting on that, I've got a request to play numbers 5 and 10 again. But before I do that, so I'll play them all again, and I will do that in just a second. So as I'm sure most people know, but if you use the Horus Sevens, we've do a lot of charity work, and the latest charity we're involved in is Tough Enough to Care, the mental health charity. And this coming Sunday, the guys and girls are taking part in a quite literally marathon challenge. And they're basically running the marathon distance, some in pairs, some on their own, as our very own Jim Elliott did today, as he can't make it on Sunday. And there is even a pair of idiots splitting the distance on a rower, which will be a lot of fun, as I'm sure you can imagine. So just going through, giving some of the guys a shout out, Kerry Marshman and Hamish Cunny. Looking forward to doing it all, guys. Boothie and Sarah, you're going to absolutely smash it. And of course, our very own Cy Owen and John Cutner as well. You are going to absolutely dominate it. And as well as that, what I think is a really nice little touch to help is, as we are a family, a lot of kids are getting involved as well. And we have 29 children, each running either a mile or walking a mile to complete that distance as part of a team. And just going through, we've got Reese and Harry Thomas, we've got the Cooksons, we've got Riley Peace, Harvey Winkler again, Darcy, Lottie and Tilly Philpott all having a go. And look at this, Harry Hankinson as well, who I'm sure is able to run a lot better than his dad. So it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And what's really nice about that is that they're all going to have a video that will go on our social media, introduce themselves and what they're doing, who they're doing it for. Now, as I've mentioned before, there is a link to the Tough Enough to Care charity, Just Giving link, I should say, in the description. So if you can donate, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Remember, it's not just for the quizzes we're doing every Wednesday. It is now, of course, also for our marathon challenge. And it's also going to be all over the Horus 7 social media challenge. And I'm sure those that have our own individual social media pages will be pushing it out on there as well. And I believe there's also going to be updates on the day as to how everyone's getting on. I can tell that the rowers are going to be here for a very long time, but it's all for a fantastic cause. It'll be an absolutely outstanding charity. So let's see what we can raise. We're already on just over £1,095 according to Phil Thomas, and let's see where we can go. It's gonna be great. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So I've had a request for a couple of more to be played of the sporting themes round, but I will come to those individually in just a second. So what I'm going to do first is we are going to go for the answers to round number one, which is the questions are all a bit varied, but there is a sporting connection for all the answers, and they will be there, and that is worth a bonus point. So if you get the sporting connection, you'll get yourself a bonus point, which could be the difference between winning and losing. What class of fast sailing ship was the Cutty Sark? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, we are kicking out a little bit. So hopefully you can hear me. What class of sailing ship was the Cutty Sark? There we are. I think we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So round one, question number one. The answer to what class of fast sailing ship was the Cutty Sark? The answer is Clipper. Question number two for you cricketers out there. Which Yorkshire-born bowler took 19 wickets for England in a 1956 Test match against Australia? The answer to that is Jim Laker. Jim Laker. So the answer to the first question was Clipper. This is Jim Laker. So see if you can start working on that sporting connection at the end. Question number three. The body of clerics that convenes to elect a new pope is known as a college of what? And the answer to that one is they are known as the College of Cardinals. The College of Cardinals, answer number three. Question number four. Which 1995 movie starred Al Pacino as Detective Vincent Hanna and Robert De Niro as the thief Neil McCauley? The answer is, of course, Heat. If you haven't seen Heat, it is an absolutely phenomenal film. Please feel free to do so. So to aid you with your connections, your first four answers are Clipper, Jim Laker, Cardinals, and Heat. See if you can start working on that connection as well. Question number five, which is, of course, a bit of a mouthful, not just because I'm 4 pints deep. Which 2001 piece of US derived from its full title, Uniting and Strengthening America by Providing Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept and Obstruct Terrorism? And, of course, the answer to question number five is the USA Patriot Act. The US Patriot Act. Taft Thomas, what you just sent me through as an answer is very, very close, but not correct. Question number six. At which venue was the 2010 Ryder Cup tournament held? It was, of course, held down the road from me at the Celtic Manor. Number seven, I'm sure you all got. What was the call sign of the vertically challenged main character in the 1986 movie Top Gun? Call sign was, of course, Maverick. Number eight, for all you Elton fans out there, which in 1973 Elton John hit contains the lyric, "She's got electric boots, a mohair suit, you know I read it in a magazine." And the answer to that one is Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Jets. The answer to question 9 was not Mrs. Brightwell, unfortunately, but I like where you're going from, Chris. Athlete Robbie Brightwell won a relay silver medal at the 1964 Olympics, but his wife went one better and won the 800 meters gold. What was her name? It was Anne Packer. And number 10, bring you back to the UK. Close to the village of Bushmills, North Antrim in Northern Ireland, stands a formation of approximately 40,000 basalt columns, the result of an ancient volcanic eruption. How was this area better known? It is known more appropriately as the Giant's Causeway. So the answer to that round, so number 1, the answer was Clipper. Number 2 was Jim Laker. Number 3, the answer was Cardinals. Number 4 was Heat. 5 was US Patriot Act. 6 was the Celtic Manor. 7 was Maverick. 8 was Benny and the Jets. 9 was Packer. And 10 was Giants Causeway. Has anybody got the link yet? Taft Thomas was close with US NBA teams. Close, but no cigar. Anybody? Boothie, NFL. Link, but it's Dave Booth. For the first time ever, you've got something right. The link is, of course, US sports teams. So US sports teams. So we've got Clippers from Clippers, of course, from LA. Lakers, again, from LA. Cardinals, Arizona. Matty Winkler, I know you own a horrific Arizona Cardinals shirt. Jen Owen getting a bonus point. Well done. John, US Major League teams close. The answer 4 was Heat, as in the Miami Heat. Basketball, I believe. Number 5 was US Patriot Act. So New England Patriots. Number 6, the Celtic Manor, or as the Americans would say, Celtic Manor, so Boston Celtics in basketball. 7 was Maverick, and for the life of me, I can't remember what US sports team the Mavericks are. Number 8 was the Elton John song was Benny and the Jets, so the New York Jets. Number 9 was was Ann Packer, as in Green Bay Packers, and number 10 was Giants Causeway, and of course Giants. There are 2 US teams in NFL, the New York Giants, and down in baseball, San Francisco Giants, which, if anybody gets a chance to go and see them, absolutely phenomenal. So those were the answers to question 1. And if you got the bonus point that it's US sports teams, Taff, I don't think it's Temecula Mavericks, mate. But it's very, very close. So, of course, the bonus point for that one is US sports teams. So keep your scores coming in. And it's all kicking off now. So remember, the bonus is US sports team. Apparently, my niece and my family have got 9 out of 10, but no bonus point. Yeah, you've definitely cheated again, Charlotte. Definitely cheated again, I think. Jen got the bonus point. Again, if you put US sports teams, you definitely got the bonus point. So congratulations, well done. What we'll do now is we'll move straight into round 2, the answers to round 2. So I'll go through them again. If you do want me to play any more, please let me know. It is not a problem at all. I will turn it up a little bit louder as the sound system's inside. I am, of course, outside. So question number 2, sporting themes. So round number 2, sporting themes. While I'm Cookie. So what is this sporting theme? So that was the first one, the music round. It is, of course, the theme for Formula One. So if you put the theme for Formula One, you get a point. Tick VG. Number 2 is as follows. Again, if you need me to repeat any, please let me know. So theme number 2 is theme to Ski Sunday. Not really skiing weather at the moment, but there we are. We never know when we might be in. Great point, Taff. If you're watching Jim Elliott, well done on smashing your marathon, mate, in 4.5 hours. Great effort, buddy. Definitely set a bar for us all for the weekend. So number 3, nice and easy one. I'm sure you'll get it. Let's go. Everyone's favourite sports quiz. Number 3 is, of course, a question of sport. A question of sport. Number 4, it's not been on TV for a while, but I think with the highlights coming back on, obviously not this summer, it may well be on again. So here we are. Of course, the theme to cricket on the BBC. I promise you, they're not all from the BBC. I don't think, anyway. Okay, number 5. Here we go. Now, I was loath to put this one in because I'm not sure it's a sport or just a game. That is a theme to snooker. That's the theme to snooker. Okay, back to, well, I'm sure we've all seen the next one. So what is number 6? Number 6 is, of course, the theme to Grandstand. Remember watching that when I was a kid on a Saturday afternoon. I'm sure a lot of you did as well. Number 7, very summary theme. Very summary theme. Let's see how you get on with this. So that one, everybody's favourite summer tournament is, of course, Wimbledon. So that one was the theme to Wimbledon. And yes, excuse me looking down, but there is a golden cocker retriever that just decided to wake up. Gonna come and say hello, boy? No, chin me off. Chin me off, of course he has. Okay, number 9 is as follows. So I do apologise. My counting is not bad. That was, of course, number 8. So number 8 was a theme to international athletics. So any of the Golden League or British Champs stuff they're on the TV. So number 8 was international athletics. This one definitely is number 9. Definitely is number 9 coming up now. Now, apparently that is a theme to the big match from ITV. So number 9 is a theme to the big match. And the very last one of the round, a bit more modern. So here we go. Now, last one of that round is the theme from Sky Sports News. So any of the headlines now, probably haven't heard much at the minute because there's not much sporting news going on. But I'll just give you a quick recap. So Jen Owen, 8 out of 10 for that round. Keep firing your scores in. So it's Formula 1, Ski Sunday, A Question of Sport was number 3. Number 4 was cricket. Number 5 was BBC Snooker. 6 was Grandstand. 7, Wimbledon. 8, International X. 9, The Big Match from ITV. And Phil Thomas, 7 for that round. My family back home got 6. Nobu, the Olympics doesn't count for number 8. Chris, 8. Joe, 8. Bloody hell, Cookie, 18 out of 21 so far. Does that include the bonus point as well, Cookie? Hugh from Ponydin Lice did well on that round, 8 out of 10. Hugh, how many overall? Superb. Again, ladies and gents, remember, keep firing those scores away. And we'll go from there. Again, going back to the reason we're here, of course, raising money for Tough Enough to Care, not just through the quizzes, but through our marathon challenge on Sunday. The video promoting it all is now on the Horus 7's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So thanks to Sai for putting that up so quickly. If you can, ladies and gents, please, please, please share that. Tough Enough to Care is an amazing charity. Mental health is so important. Those of us in the military have watched it. We've all know someone or of someone that has experienced problems, just like I'm sure we all have known someone. So please, please, please donate, get it shared, and let's get the word out about all the hard work Tough Enough to Care so far. Hugh Thomas up to 16, doing Ponydin Lice Rugby Club proud. Just on that one, Hugh, do Ponydin Lice fancy doing a quiz for us as well at a later point? Absolutely fantastic. What's really nice, I'm now coming through on WhatsApp, getting some, as I mentioned earlier on, we've got a lot of the kids doing running or walking a mile. Some of those videos are coming through. You've all done, all the kids. Absolutely fantastic. You're going to really, really enjoy it. And what I should say is, of course, the marathon will be, of course, be social distance. So everyone in Cornwall 15, you've done well so far. So the third and final round. is all about sporting quotes. So sticking with the theme, all about sporting quotes. So round 3, here we go. Question number 1 of round 3. Which cricket commentator allegedly said, the batsman's holding the bowler's willy? The batsman's holding the bowler's willy. Now, I should say it's an alleged quote, but it's one I find it very funny. Question number 2 of the sporting quotes round. Worrying gets you nowhere. If you turn up worrying about how you're going to perform, you've already lost. Train hard, turn up, run your best, and the rest will take care of itself. So worrying gets you nowhere. If you turn up worrying about how you're going to perform, you've already lost. Train hard, turn up, run your best, and the rest will take care of itself. And this is all coming from a man that doesn't wear a watch and turns up late to meeting Michael Johnson. Unbelievable. Question number 3, we're going back to the Rugby World Cup in 2007. Which England player said this? I'd like to thank the press from the heart of my bottom. So which England player said, I'd like to thank the press from the heart of my bottom? Question number 4, a very, very famous quote from football. Question number 4 is, I wouldn't say I was the best manager in the business, but I was in the top 1. So who in football said, I wouldn't say I was the best manager in the business, but I was in the top 1? Question number 5, we're going to, I'll give a bit of a hint, it's a bit challenging. We're going to dip back into athletics. If you don't have the confidence, you'll always find a way not to win. If you don't have confidence, you'll always find a way not to win. Question number 6 of the sporting quotes round. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. So number 6. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. Question number 7. Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose that counts, probably lost. Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose that counts, probably lost. Question number 8. We had a good team on paper. Unfortunately, the game was played on grass. We had a good team on paper. Unfortunately, the game was played on grass. Question number 9. The quote is this: I owe a lot to my parents, especially my mother and father. I owe a lot to my parents, especially my mother and father. And the very, very last question of the quiz, so number 10 of sporting quotes. I spent 90% of my money on women and drink. The rest I wasted. I spent 90% of my money on women and drink. The rest I wasted. Excuse me. So if anybody wants me to repeat any of those quotes, please let me know now, and I will happily go through them. And I'll just give you a couple of minutes to get the answers, or write down what you think. Hugh Thomas from Ponadin Lice is offering to do the quiz, and of course, Mrs. Winkler, Amanda, you're going to be the question master. Happy days. Happy days. So I've had my first request through for the sporting quotes. So number 6 was I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Question number 7. Sorry, quote number 7, I should say. Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose that counts, probably lost. Question number 8 is we had a good team on paper. Unfortunately, the game was played on grass. And I've got a request for question 9, and then I'll come to you, Chris. Question 9, quote number 9. I owe a lot to my parents, especially my mother and father. And quote number 5, Chris, I can see there, was if you don't have confidence, you'll always find a way not to win. Have I got any further quotes? So as I can see, Hugh Thomas and Amanda Winkler have volunteered themselves to do the quiz next week from Ponadinlice. So Winks' Club, thank you very much, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to seeing what you can bring. Just give it another few more seconds to see if you want any more quotes coming back, and then we'll go through the answer. And I will let you know now. I'll let you know now. The answer to question number 9 is not Rob Bugden. Definitely not Rob Bugden. Love it, Booty. Love it. So here we go. So sporting quotes. So the first quote was which cricket commentator allegedly said the batsman's holding the bowler's willy? It was from Test Match Special, and it was Brian Johnston, of course, talking about Michael Holding from the West Indies and Peter Willey from England. Allegedly said it, but he didn't. So the question number 1 is, answer to quote number 1 is Brian Johnston. Question number 2, worrying gets you nowhere. If you turn up worrying about how you're going to perform, you've already lost. Train hard, turn up, run your best, and the rest will take care of itself. Now, hopefully the run in there gave you a little bit of a clue. It is from the legend that is Usain Bolt. And the bloke doesn't even wear a watch to train, I should say. So question number 3 went back to the Rugby World Cup of 2007. It was an England player that said this after England knocked out Australia at the quarterfinal stage. He said, I'd like to thank the press from the heart of my bottom. And that came from Nick Easter. Quote number 4. I wouldn't say I was the best manager in the business, but I was in the top 1. I'm sure you've got that. That came from Brian Clough. What are you doing, Denzel? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Question number 5. Quote number 5, sorry. We dipped into athletics. And the quote was, if you don't have confidence, you'll always find a way not to win. The track and field, that came from the track and field legend that is Carl Lewis. So question number 6, I'm sure you got this or had an idea if you've watched that fantastic Netflix documentary, The Last Stand, recently. The quote is, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. And that comes from Michael Jordan. Question number 7 was, whoever said it's not whether you win or lose it counts, probably lost. And that comes from Martina Navratilova. I'm glad I managed to say that after a few pints. And question number 8, we were back to football. And the quote was, we had a good team on paper. Unfortunately, the game was played on grass. And that quote again came from Brian Clough. Number 9, the quote was, I owe a lot to my parents, especially my mother and father. That came from Greg Norman. Greg Norman, the former world golf #1. You all right, boy? And the last quote to finish the quiz was, I spent 90% of my money on women and drink. The rest I wasted. It, of course, comes from George Best. So if you want to total up your scores and fire them in, remember there was a bonus point if you got Sporting Connection for round 1. And keep firing everything through. We'll see who won this week. I would love to say we've got a prize to send you, but we don't. It's just for fun. So from that round, I can see my family got 2 out of 10. Boothie, 1 out of 10. Okay, a little bit different. And as you can see, Denzel's decided to appear in the background. Slightly concerned what he's going to do. So keep all your scores coming through. And if you want me to repeat anything, please let me know. Jen Owen, 1 out of 10 on that round. Okay, Cookie, overall, 23 out of 31. Great effort, mate. Boothie, 11 in total. Boothie, 11 in total. Jen Owen, 12 in total. Chris, you got 14, mate. Okay, that's not bad. If I was Michelle, I'd be disappointed in you too, mate. Again, I'm convinced the Bugden family back in Cornwall cheated because they're telling me they got 17. $11 from John and 11 from John and Sai. Hugh, 5 of 10 that round. What round? Overall, Chris? What? Hugh, sorry, what did you get? A solid 1 from Joe in the Sporting Quotes round. Nice. Next week's host, Ponadin Rugby Club. Hugh Thomas, 21 out of 31. In second place at the minute. I'm not sure, Chris. It was just a wild guess, mate. Joe and Sausage Dave up to 15. Fantastic. Great news going off slightly off pieces. I'm sure you can all see the Just Giving page is now up to 1,225. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Like your style, Cookie and Caroline. Mrs. Cookie. In my defense, blame Google. Google is sexist. Nothing to do with me. It's all Google. It's all Google. However, Caroline, Cookie, I believe, is leading the way at the moment with 23. Hugh from Ponadin doing 21 out of 31 in a very close behind. Have I got any more for any more? Cool. So, Cookie, you've won for the. It's Cookie's the second week in a row you've won, mate. Okay. Denzel. I'm trying to get Denzel to say hello, but he's not playing the game. Come on, mate. Perks of being a warrant officer, Cookie. Love it, mate. Love it. So massive congratulations to Cookie, who has won again. I'm sorry we don't have any prizes, but there we are. So again, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for taking part. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic again to have so many people out there and coming together in difficult times. From a HORUS point of view, I thank our sponsors, including Karuta, as I'm sure you can say, who make our kit, and there are some new items on the club shop as pushing Tough Enough to Care, and there's also something on there that will donate money to the fabulous NHS charity doing such a good job at the minute. And as well as Karuta, I want to thank Event Fire Solutions, Choice Privileges, and Philip Dennis Foods for all the hard work they do and all support they give Horus. We couldn't do what we do without you. And again, the reason we're all here doing the quiz is, of course, to keep up morale, but it's also to raise money for Tough Enough to Care, with a link in this description below. It's absolutely fantastic. They've also got other links on things such as Amazon Smile and on Facebook. If you want to sign up, it's completely free to do so. But I think we can all agree what an amazing charity it is and what a great job it does. And of course, don't forget, this weekend, I know a few of the guys have already done it before, it's the Horus Sevens Marathon Challenge. So good luck to everybody doing it, guys. I know we're absolutely going to smash it. If you're watching, please promote everything on your own individual social media accounts. Let's get it out there and raise as much money as we can. And of course, don't forget, if you do have any trouble with the link for the Just Giving, it is of course in the description below. And it is, of course, on all the Horus Sevens social media pages. So we're looking forward to hopefully raising more money for that, and stay up to date with the our social media over the weekend to see how we're all getting on. It's going to be brilliant. Thanks again. Well volunteered, Amanda Winkler and Hugh Thomas, who I believe next week's quiz is going to come from Ponadillice Rugby Club, home of our very own Alan Winkler. So in the meantime, stay safe, everyone. Rest easy, and see you all very soon. And the very best luck to everybody taking part at the weekend.